Good evening, everyone. I'm delighted to introduce Yolodi plus Maria Architects, a forward-thinking architecture firm from Indonesia. Led by Gregorio Supi Yolodi and Maria Rosantana, previously known as D Associates, they have collaborated with renowned architect Andra Matten, which shaped their unique approach to blending modern design with local cultural contexts. Yolodi plus Maria architects are recognized for their commitment to environmentally responsible and context-sensitive architecture. Their works feature minimalist aesthetics, creative use of natural light and ventilation, and innovative structural solutions tailored to tropical climates. Their notable projects, such as the Valento Library and Community Center, which received the commendation in the Public Space category at the Living Monsoon Awards, demonstrate their ability to create spaces that are both functional and culturally meaningful. The firm's portfolio, featured in numerous architectural publications and exhibitions, showcase their influence in advancing sustainable design practices in Southeast Asia. By merging modernity with tradition, sustainability with innovation, and aesthetics with function, Yolodi plus Maria Architects continue to contribute significantly to the field. Their participation in our forum today promises to be a valuable addition, enriching our discussions with their fresh perspectives. On behalf of IIA Cochin Center, I warmly welcome Yolodi plus Maria Architects to the third edition of Living Monsoon. Thank you.
Good afternoon, friends of architect in Kochi. It's an honor to share our thought here in Living Monsoon 3. I hope we can share and discuss further about the project. I think Maria will present first and what we're going to share.
Good evening, Cochin. I will share some of our recent work, mostly our works located in Indonesia. The title is Architecture of Diversities. This is our studio located in Jakarta, south of Jakarta. This is our team. It's not a big studio, but also it's not small. Okay. When starting a design, we always begin with the questions why. And after that, we try to understand all the context when we design, the context that relate to people, relate to climate, relate to culture, and relate to materiality. And after that, we create the vision and intention of the design. Mostly, our works located in Indonesia. As we know, Indonesia is a big archipelago country and consists of many islands and also ethnic groups and language spoken. Based on Koper-Geiger climate classifications, most of Indonesia falls under the tropical climate, rainforest tropical climate, and also tropical monsoon climate and tropical savanna, as we can see the diagrams. And these climate types contribute Indonesia to a lush and dense rainforest and high biodiversity, and also has heavy rains. This is show the diagram of temperature in Indonesia, mostly relatively the same. Also Indonesia, located near the equator. This is annual days of rainfall. The deep blue is the high rainfall. This is some of our recent works that we'll present today, located in many islands in Indonesia, and show the type of climate where the projects. I'll present Pustaka Desa Walandano. Pustaka Desa means library. Not only library, it's also a community center in Donggala, center of Sulawesi. As said, this project wins IIA Cochin Award, Monsoon Living Award last year. This is the map where the Walandano located at the central of Sulawesi, very near to the equator. That's why the temperature is quite high. And also, Palu have a non-stable. We have a project there because Medco Foundations invited us to build something there because at 2018, Palu have an earthquake, a big earthquake. And initially, we were asked to build a place of worship, either a church or a mosque there. This is show how Palu have liquefations at 2018. The land is not stable. At 2018, 3 months after earthquake, we go site visit to Palu and find a place for build that project. This is the location that we choose, Walandano, Donggala, central of Sulawesi. We propose creating a functions that could be used inclusively by everyone rather than build a mosque or a church. And then the Medco Foundations agree for the initiation. This is the mosque and the church that's been built by other donations. So we propose to make other functions rather than redundant. This is a Tambi house, Tambi tribe, a vernacular house at the Donggala. The material used is local wood known as uru and palape. The lower ground of this house, they usually use for a living space for pets, such as chicken. And the methods, the traditional methods like Tambi house, this is a wooden constructions, and the material are no longer commonly used now. This is the typical of local dwellings at Walandano and surrounding area. It shows the roof they made from singalum sheets. This is a modern material that widely sold in local hardware there. It shows also the local dwellings, but the facade made from local wood. After site visit, we choose to use wooden constructions so that it can respond well to the climate and also the earthquake that always happen there, and to make local constructions worker familiar again with this method, wooden constructions. So we initiate to initiate and propose the people of Walandano collecting the recycled wood ex earthquake for the project. This is the site. It's very beautiful site. In front of the site is a beautiful beach, and at the back is a beautiful hills. And besides of the site is clinics, public clinics, and children, local children there usually use the beach as a public space for playing. This is the situations when the earthquake happens. This is the sketch, the initial sketch for the public library. So the first floor is an open space, so we can accommodate multifunction activities. and that's surrounded by a wooden amphitheater that can serve as a semi-transparent enclosure. The second floor connected by or accessed by a ramp. That's by ramp. So we hope at the middle we split the mass to creating a void that connects the upper and lower space. So we hope it will be a connections, a spatial dialogue between upper and lower ground, and as also as sources of light. And at the front and the back ends, we open to allow air circulations and to provide opening for enjoying the view of the beautiful beach and also the hills. This is the diagram. At the roof, we layer the roof with the wood, and the material we use is a common material that we can find easily there, zingalum. This is a ceremony before the construction is begin. The constructions begin process they took during the COVID pandemic. It makes for the contractor is a local contractor. Yeah, the local contractor, especially the carpenter. This is the carpenter named Pa Iqbal. They're able to read the drawing well, though we still have a process adjustment and everything from the drawings, because we want they capable to executing the drawings. This is the front facade. It connects to the beach and the hills, surrounded by the wooden amphitheater, so there will be a connections between outside and inside. It's amphitheater. This is the activity there. The children can play at the ground floor. It's the ramp, the access at the second floor. This is the void that connects second floor and the ground floor. We hope that the air circulations can go well. This is the library at the second floor. There's connections, spatial connections between ground floor and upper floor. All the material is local material, local wood called uru and palape. We layer the roof, the zingalum, with the wooden rib. We hope it will reduce the temperature there. And inside, we also layer the roof with GRC and also a rib of wood. The rack. And this folded door connect to the beach. You can open it. The details of the wooden amphitheater at the night. It's open to public there. And also open to not only children, but also everyone can use the library. It is a festival that happened at the Walandanu. It's very interesting. This happened. These pictures show a discussion for a literal, a book, a festival. This is from the ocean. Yes, thank you. This continues a project.
Okay.
Maybe Supi can continue it.
The additional of the, what do you call it, the library. One time after the earthquake, during the construction, there is a high tide. So all the sand going into the plaza and the water's coming in like almost like 20 centimeters. But fortunate, the building's still there. A few buildings in the seashore, quite a lot of destroyed by that high tide, but this building is quite well. Okay, I will continue what Maria present with the other project. This one in other area in Sumatra. We have a chance to do something for the Catholic community, sort of like that, and will be managed by what do you call it? The bishop, what do you call it? Sorry? Oh, no, it's the Catholic community giving back to the area and will be held together with the church. Okay, this is at the Bangka, at Sumatra area, it's Bangka Island. Normally Bangka Island, it's totally different. Even the landscape at the shore, fully with, not only with the sand, but only with the rocks. This is the site on the hill, not exactly to the ocean, but a little bit on the back between separate by the road, and this is on the higher land. The view from the site is beautiful. So this is the landscape at the beach, at the seashore. So in this area, also Bangka and Belitung, only these two islands, they have so many granites in this area, even though in the beach. So Bangka Island is very tiny island, but so diverse in the cultural, and people feel harmony between other religion and everything. In the bottom below, there is one Buddhist kind of temple. It become a tourism destination as well. So the idea is to making the like a religion destination tourism over there for 5 religions in Indonesia. So the Buddhism already start, now Catholic start with new sites. This is what's happening in Bangka. It's a tin mining island. Bangka very rich with the tin, so they explore the tin in the ground. Then after the tin is not enough, they explore in the ocean. So all the biodiversity in the ocean is quite damaged. So then some of the groups of the landowner and the local municipal asking us to do the master plan for special economic zone for the tourism. So the Taman Bintang Samudra is become one of the destination puller here to attract people coming to this special economic zone for the tourism. It's going to be hotels, wellness area, and golf course anyway. So we did the initial master plan. They're asking for the special economic zone. This is the site for the Taman Bintang Samudra. It's like basically it's a religious pilgrimage destination for Catholic community. So this is a site with a lot of trees. It's beautiful, and a lot of granites on the sites, which they take it for granted. Normally the granite they use now for the sewer, for the foundation. So because a lot of granite over there, they even crush it, become a crush stone for the street and construction. So this is what we have. The site is 5 hectares. We plan actually the park or the garden for people. So we asked to the foundation that can we propose that 70% of the area become a public space. We still have a pilgrimage Via Dolorosa, and we still have a small a chapel. We still have other function, but we can share the area, become a public garden. So this is the function. There will be 8 function over here. One reception building, like a general orientation area. Secondly is a playground and a little bit small cafe and commercial. The third one is almost 1 kilometer Via Dolorosa. In Catholic, there is it will be 16 stops for the praying. 15, sorry. Normally Via Dolorosa have 14. This is 15. They're adding another one from the bishop. The fourth one is chapel. St. Mary Cave is St. Mary Cave for praying to St. Mary. 5 is chapel. 6 is multifunction for supporting the area. 7 is retreat building, and 8 is monastery for the sisters who will taking care of this area. So this is the rendering. So the whole idea is we use again the material of the granite over here. So and as the main material, we mix it with concrete and everything. So all this material will be reused again. This is the rendering of the garden, and there's a small cafe. The garden with the sitting area. Below here, there is because of the hill, this is the lowest part of the area. There is a water stream coming from the hill. So we plan to collect the water, become like a pond. So surround it, become a promenade, and the promenade will be a shorter Via Dolorosa for people that cannot walk too high, because the 15 Via Dolorosa will be climbing to the hill about 1 kilometer. They will be more shorter, and at the end of this, this promenade will be Saint Mary cave and statue for the what do you call it? For the people can pray and everything. So this is the multifunction. The other side of multifunction, this is the chapel. It's going to be built in on the quite high area on the hill. The idea is to mix the crust of granite with the concrete to create this chapel. The interior. This is for the retreat building, and the end is the monastery for the sister. This is the start of the Via Dolorosa, and this is the trekking. This is the 12 stops. We found a quite high granite hill, so we put the 12 stops in this granite promenade. So the Saint Mary cave at the end. So this is the material. Sorry, it's too small. So we try to manage the material, become the main material in this for this architecture. So put it in sort of pattern for the walls, crush it with the concrete, become a wall or a plaster for the floor and everything. And also we create the material for the cobblestone in the ground floor. So this is the process. So it's going to be like 3 phases of the construction. This is the first phase. the general area and the garden and the Via Dolorosa. It's on the top, from the top view. So now is this is a general orientation building, the reception building already done. The parking area, everything we use the same stone, so become a cobblestone, become a wall, become a floor. With all the crush, we mix it and polish it, become a floor of concrete. And all the landscape, we bring it from the hill to this area. So for these 5 hectares, we hope they then have to maintain it to maybe watering and everything is with a lot of cost. This is stone that exists in the site, so we keep it like that. The entry to the area. So the deck of the plaza on behind. The wall and the drain from the roof is the wall as well, made from the concrete mixture with the granite crush. This is the cafe, you can see from outside. The cafe will facing the best view to the ocean. It's open now, but we haven't a chance to take a proper picture. It's going to start for the second phase. This is the start of the pilgrimage, the circle building. The same, we use the same stone and the crushed concrete with the crushed granite. This is the promenade. So then we're able to have a collecting pond. So the water stream coming from the hill, we can collect, become like a pond. So we mix it with so there is a specialist, they mix the bottom layer with the clay. So the water is remain. So then we create the sort of like amphitheater in both sides, so people can enjoy the water, can enjoy the area, not only for the praying, but like a garden, like a park. The smaller one is the shorter pilgrimage, the Via Dolorosa, the shorter one rather than the big path, long path. That's a Saint Mary statue over there. So this is from that side. Everything made from the same material. This is the first stop of the long Via Dolorosa. We asked one of the artists, one of famous Indonesian artists, to work with to do the artwork. So when there is no pilgrimage event, it can become a public art public art in the garden, so people can enjoy. It's not only for the praying or Catholic praying, but everyone can see it as an artwork. So also all the art is all the stopped art will be setting in between the rocks, the granite rocks, and the landscape. Okay, we're adding one project after we discuss with Abi. Hopefully, it's enough time. So okay, so this is another. We have a chance to renovate the main stadium for the Asian Games last time, 2018 in Jakarta. It's held in Jakarta. You see the area. This is the characteristics of the area of Jakarta, the central city. Basically, this project is 1960 is giving the design is held by Russians at the time to the Soviet, to Indonesian from Bung Karno, Indonesian first president, who initiate the area become a stadium complex. So this is the aerial view at the time. This is for the Asian Games 1964, the 8th Asian Games in the world. So basically, this is the Soviet. So there is a 1, 2, 5, 6 stadium that already built in 1960. This is the original design of main stadium. I was the coordinator of the architects. There's 8 architects who design and renovate this complex for Asian Games 2018, and I'm in charge for the main stadium. This is the original design from the Soviet. As you see on the top, there is no canopy. So because this design is replica of the Luzhniki Stadium in Soviet. So they give us the new technology like the ring, center ring for the roof and everything. They give us the design, ring-shaped roof at the beginning. Then the Indonesian architect at that time suggests or advising President Sukarno that in tropical we should add canopies. So there is now the canopy, 12-meter cantilever canopies in front to the surrounding. So the stadium now is changed from the original design, become this stadium. So this is, at that time, this is a new technology because the ring-shaped center, definitely is difficult at the time to achieve. In 1962, Asian Games at 4 at GBK. So the new master plan coming because after that, this area become what do you call it? The sport association place each of the area. So for the Asian Games 2018, the government asked to redevelop the area, become a public park, and revitalize the stadium to use for the Asian Games. So there's 8 architects, but I'm in charge for the main stadium, Maria in charge for the athletic stadium and the new baseball stadium in this complex. The idea is then this is at the center of Jakarta, so we want this area become new public. It's a very huge public space again, so people can enter. We demolish all the gates, so people can enter to the area. And it become like a central park in middle of Jakarta. The original design, actually, I'm adding the ramp surrounded to the stadium because at the existing the only stair, so people cannot go up for more inclusive. So we're adding the ramp from the perimeter. We're adding new column and the new ramp. But that proposal is being with long discussion with the Heritage Council and everything that been rejected. So the design is to revitalize the building. We cannot add everything in front, so we changed the perimeter and everything, and also the seatings, but not adding the ramp at the end. We changed the seats from the bench into a single seats because it's needed for the international events. We reduce a little bit the number of seating, but yeah, it helps the what do you call it, the standard of the association. So this is more revitalization. So all the area become open, and people can access the area, and also the ring surrounded to the stadium. So you see now there is a cantilever of outside the stadium. So this is kind of more tropical rather than the original design from Soviet. This is a second stadium. This is an athletic stadium. Previously, it's a practice stadium for the athletics. Before the Asian Games, the Association of Athletics, National Association of Athletics, use it for their own headquarters. There is it's become like this. There is rooms for the athletes, like what do you call it? What do you call it? Like a dormitory. And yeah, the situation is like this. Still bench seating, they're adding the roof. So also following the regulation from the IOC at that time, they're asking to adding the roof to protect the spectators from the sun and the heat. So we add the roof on two sides and create a connections, so it's very enclosed, so we can open the outside area, become a public area. So inside the stadium will be a little bit enclosed. We're adding the curved corridor, it become enclosed corridor. And also change the seat into a single seats. The old roof is very small. We're adding the new roof on the top, and for the two podium. Behind the podium, the new column to hold the roof. Okay, that's all the complex is old building built from 1960. This is the only stadium that new, because in Asian Games they have a baseball, so we're adding the new baseball stadium, demolishing a few existing practice tennis court, and adding the new baseball stadium. So from among the complex, this is the original 1962. Only this building is a new one. So this is the orientation based on that. Place it in the corner. So the challenge is how the design can be, in terms of architecture, can be in line, but still relevant, but still new, not like following the old existing stadium. So this happens. So it's basically a small stadium. Is the same principle. Everything creating with the roster, and we have amphitheater inside. So all the air circulation and the lights can coming in. We create a courtyard in the middle. So the blocks create enclosure as well, and still the wind can still go in and the light still can go in. It's at night. We're still using the long cantilever for the roof because it will be needed. Okay, this is still in Jakarta. This is we add this morning. Actually, this is the pedestrian area for the old city of Jakarta on the north. So if you know at the history, Jakarta is from the colonialism. It starts in north of Jakarta in the port, maybe like Cochin. It's a like port city. So all the Dutch VOC staying there with all the ships and everything, bring all the resources from Indonesia to this port and the other port. This is the main port to Europe and everything. So this is the Jakarta, actually the port at the True Times event. After the 1945, the independence of Indonesia, then it start change, become the city. So the Dutch is quite long in Indonesia, the colonialism. So they start building not only the port, they start building the municipal place, they start building the residential, even there's museum like for recreation area and everything in this central north port area. Also there's a fort at the end. You see like a star shape, there's a fort at the end to protect them. The canal, the blue canal is for the ships. When you bring in from the resources, and the ships go to the Dutch and to the Europe area. So then all this area changed after 1962, after the independence, and it grows to the south as well, become a area. At the beginning there is they call it Tigergra. Tigergra is an old canal, but after time it changed into a street now. So in 1918 is very dense. So it's grow already to the south. So this is the central. This is former like municipal area for the Dutch, but now become a museum, the plaza as well. This is like a center of the area. Now it's like this, like 2021. So it's a huge development over there. A lot of, old city is, people left old city because it's further in the north. It's very jammed. A lot of buildings being abandoned over here, and people don't want to go here because it's the situation and everything. So there is a few revitalization project from the municipal and from the True Times. So at this time, the municipal of Jakarta asking us to do the visioning of the master plan, to compile all the few master plan before, to collect it each other and connect it with the new network and new master planning. So this is previously the canals become a very main street to the old station, to the old building, and to the area. This is what's happening there in the plaza. A lot of local activities happen. This is the old station. Only the plaza is the open area, the pedestrian at the time. So we're coming with 8 strategies of urban acupuncture, putting back the public transportation, so to bring people back to old city of Batavia, they call it. It's more accessible for people, and putting back the resettlement of the residential, revitalization of canal, activation of assets, of government's asset, municipal asset, and also private assets. Street vendors, remapping and redesign the area for street vendors. 7 is they create the managing of the area. And number 8 is in the events. So this is a kind of approach that starting with the asset that they have, the abandoned land or the asset of the government can start. So this is the integration from the few micro master plans. We connect each other and we sort of create the new setting network of master plan. So the red area become a low emission zone, all pedestrian. We put all the vehicle outside the area, and from the inside, the yellow one is the tram, is a electrical tram to transport people from north to south and the other way. And also public transport, the red one, there is a new metro coming in, so we'll also integrate the metro and bus rapid transport and everything with the train together with this network. So this is the MRT system we integrate. At the end is at the north is old city of Batavia. There will be another station here. So we connect that junction into the connections. And also there is a train station. There is a big one. The new big train, the one I'll show you is a big train station in Jakarta. So that will be also connected with this area. So this area become like connections between other transport mode of different transport mode. The other one is BRT system integration. So at the end now in the middle area there's still BRT system looping to help people to transport people. Then finally we're gonna add the tram in the low emission zone from south of the old city into the north. This is a network of integration of public transport, and the green one is the vehicle for the connecting to south and west and east. So the green one is a vehicle, the red one is a bus BRT, the blue one is for metro. So second one, accessibility. So yeah, this is the possible to have accessibilities for tourism and connections. This is a vehicle roadwork, the low emission zone pedestrian area, the resettlement. If you see, the flooding happens sometimes on Jakarta because this is in the north, connect to the sea. So some of the settlement, the pink one, not the pink one, that color is illegal settlement. They living next to the river, and through times extending the area, so the river is getting smaller and smaller, and in some area already blocked. So the water from the city is blocked in some part going back to the ocean. So the idea also to resettlement for the residents and the kampung area. So this is what's happening. So that area, the spot area, is totally the canal is blocked for the kampung. So the water circulation to the north is blocked over there. So it's become flooding. So this is the idea of the canal. So we integrate as well the new planning of the canal in Jakarta to integrate with the old plannings. The red one is you see the red one is blocked and separate from the connections. Number 5, activation sleeping assets from the municipal and asset from the government to activate this area, become a new area, become new destination again. These are some examples. This is example of, for instance, like government banks. They have a lot of assets there, but the situation is like this. Some is not used just for filing, but one of the idea is to activate these assets, become a destination, become a part of the area. So also the street vendors, because through times there is a lot of street vendors in the area, so we relocate into a few areas. So it's centralized, it's not all over the place, but they still have a proper area to sell their product and everything. This is managing the area, a tourism destination, we put in that, and the events place. This is the first phase of the whole 350 hectares master plan. This is the first phase that already started at the near of the big plaza around Patahila. So we moved the street vendor from that one. We create 3 areas for street vendor, but the central will be at number 1. But the 1 and 2 also plan street vendor rather than it's not being planned. This is the connections for the plans. So basically we close the road as you see at the plan. Normally that become a big road. We put the road to the outside skirt, then in the center area become a pedestrian. So this is the plan to create new pedestrian that connect all the area. Following the previous development, there is already street furniture, and we're continuing this design to putting all the street furniture in the area. So it's quite difficult because normally people can park to the building. Now they have to park on the side, then the rest of the area become pedestrian. The situation like this is the main street that now become a pedestrian. So all the building zero building line can active again, and hopefully the owner of the building, either private or the government, will be activate again the building with this new infrastructure. So it's like that. So previously it's a very dense, become a pedestrian. Now hopefully the trees grow now, so it's become a new pedestrian area that connect this area to the others as a low emission zone area in the center. So that's a plaza. The plaza will be connected to this pedestrian. Bicycle line. The BRT station that connect to main station. So all the activities happen. The new BRT station. So at night, so all the pedestrian is light up. So it's become new access, and all pedestrian area is being light up. It's become new place other than all the vehicle before. So now become popular because it's connection from the train station and the MRT to the big plaza. So yeah, everyone can connect now by pedestrian, by bicycle, by all the activities can be happen here. Celebrating the tropics with the open area. Yeah, we have 6 months rain and 6 months hot. So at least, and during that beautiful time, we can use this area become pedestrian and good area for the public. The other projects in Bali also happening is in tropical rainforest climate. It's, everyone must be know Bali better than Indonesia, I guess. Bali is more famous for the tourism and everything. But at south of Bali is a tropical rainforest climate. This is another heritage building. This old building is initiated by former President Sukarno. After the colonial, Indonesia given from the post-colonial, what do you call it, giving back from Japan last time, because the colonial from the Japanese. So the former President Sukarno used that payback for the three hotels to start tourism. Number one on the top in Bali, in Sanur area. The middle one in West Java. And the below one is in Yogyakarta, is Ambarukmo. So they call it Bali Beach. In the middle is Samudra Beach Hotel in West Java. And the below is now is Ambarukmo Plaza in Jogja. The three buildings still there. The second one still abandoned. The bottom one you can see in Jogja being renovated is nicely. And also happened the first one in Bali as well. They're running but not in good quality. This is the original design from 1964. It started in the design construction in 1962. It done in 1964. So this is the original plan. Former president of Sukarno not even have a chance to go here. It's been opened from the minister of what? Yeah, so the minister in 1966. This is the Bali Beach Hotel. We get it from the postcard, from everything, the original one. This is the first one. So first one, before the Bali Beach, it operated by Intercontinental at the beginning. Then I think in year 1968, it's taking over and branding into the Bali Beach. This is the original design. It's quite famous at that time. This is the interior, the lounge. But after this is, we cannot have the files because it's, then we suddenly find in one movie that's shooting in this hotel as well. So we have to find all the source that we can find. In 1963, there's a fire all over the building. Everything is burned, including the drawing. So we have very limited as-built drawing and design. Everything is burned in 1993 and then renovated into this building. After that, renovated, it become Grand Ina Bali Beach is like this. So after in 2021, we being asking to do the redesign of this area, and this is what happening in 2021 after renovation of 93. So they adding the roof of Bali. They changed all the hollow bricks with the glass and everything. So adding the stair and now. After we find this old pattern of hollow bricks in the back of the house area. Only this is remain. So then this is as a start. We can design the area. We can start with what we have. So basically, we keep the the 10-story building, because, okay, the other information in Bali, you cannot build more than 4-story. You cannot build more than coconut trees. The regulation is only 4-story, but this is the only highest building in Bali, 10-story, because it happened before the regulation coming. So this is so we revitalized the building, the tower. We're adding on the big one is the conventions. And on the side is we rebuilt the 2-story hotels into a new building, rebuilt in the same plots and adding on the back. So it happened. The whole complex is 41.2.7 hectares. It's a new special economic zone for wellness and health and wellness. That maybe you can see, the government wants to bring back so they bring Mayo Clinic in, they bring all the foreigner good clinic to this area, so people can have treatment also in holiday mood, sort of like that. So it hopes you're not going to Mayo in States again, United States, but you can treat you can treat in here in this Mayo Clinic or the hospital. So the area is everything will be wellness and health, will be hospital and clinics. The only hotel in the complex, only this 5-star hotel, and there will be the other 4-star hotel. So this is a more detail on the beachfront. So this is a tower, the Meru, there go, the branding back to Bali Beach, the Meru Sanur on the right side, the rebuild and the additional wing. They're going to be spa, the new lobby and the new convention. So this is the design. Sorry, it's a quick one. This is all the master plan. This is the rendering. So we put it back the old facade, but we adding new lobby to the lower ground. The convention on the right side. This is the Meru, the Sanur. Actually, we cannot obstruct the heights. So because this become a suites, the room bigger, to room bay become one key. So we're adding another room on the attic, adding one floor for the attic rooms. So we can add the numbers of the rooms. This is the connectors between on the Meru between the two buildings. Well, I will just quick around because the time is limited. This is very quick project because during the time. Now this is a convention already done. It's held 5,000 people. So it's become new economic in Sanur area. So new activities as well. And to support the wellness and hospital in all master plan. That's the Tower Hotel. This is a new lobby. We create the lobby. This is the drop off. Then this is, you see the dialogue. So the idea is to let the old building, we put it back to white color with the texture. All the new building is made from wood. So it's like a dialogue and contrast between the old and the new architecture. So this lobby, the lobby is going down. The pond. The top of the lobby is it's water. So from this deck, you can see the whole building. You can see the whole area. You can see the convention. You can see the Meru as well. This is when you're entering the lobby. It's with the hole, the hole, the 6 holes on the 2 sides to create airflows and lights, so the lobby is not too dark. And also the glass, the skylight glass underwater will be light up this lobby in the daytime. Nighttime, this is the main lobby, the waterfall on the 2 sides. This is the ramp going up, one side to the tower, to the Bali beach, one side to the Meru. So this is like placed in the middle of these two places. Its soft opening is already open, but not 100% done. We're adding the new light structure on the roof for the restaurant by putting all the equipment to the other floor in the other level at the center. When they release, the top floor become the highest restaurant in Bali, hopefully. We're adding new stair in the tower in the Bali beach, all made from wood. This old relief that happening before in the landscape, we're adding new roof, so it's become part of the tower lobby. This is a Sukarno relief. It's made originally before. So the corridor becomes still open air, not the room with the aircon, but all the corridor is open air. You can see the lights, you can see the circulation is still fine. We remodeled the hollow block, become like 3-dimensional. So hopefully the water not going in, not splashing, but we can still have the lights and the wind coming in through the blocks. So it's quite okay until now. There is the water never goes into the corridor, still fine. This is a new restaurant. This is the pool. This is the Meru, all wood. The new we will be building in the new plots, all made from wood. Mostly recycled Ulin wood for the exterior. There's some details of wood details. It's the room of the Meru. The spa is not finished yet, but it's going to finish. Yeah, well, this is now it's open. This is a Bali Beach Hotel. Still have time? One more project. Okay, last one. Thank you. Okay, this is the last one. One in Papua, very east of Indonesia. Is in Papua. We have a chance to build a cathedral in Agats. Agats is basically still like this. It's a rainforest and a lot of rains, very dense. But the area, the settlement, the Agats area, you cannot walk on the soil because it's very soft with all the water. So people walk in the pathway with the wood, made from wood. So all the houses, the easiest material you see from Palu, from everywhere in the village, they use the not zinc alum as a, what do you call it? It's like a metal roof, because that's the cheapest way to deliver, and then the price is very cheap, so everyone using that. But in here, because this is when you're approaching the city, the Agats, you have to go with boats. Then you're entering the area. This is how you approach from the boat. This is the activities of the people. This is how they live. So you cannot step on the soil because it's too soft. And the water, you cannot have the water from the ground because it's what I call it, payao, it's mixtures between salty but not too salty, but you cannot drink it, you cannot use it. You cannot use it for showering and everything. So they live from the rainwater. So they collect rainwater to the tanks and they use it for daily and for showering and everything. This is the original house of Agats. It's called Rumah Ats. It's a long house. Normally people, they're living a few families inside, but the veranda, normally the man sitting outside normally to watch over at the time for watch over from the enemy, from the tribes, from the other tribes, war and everything. So this is a veranda that I'll show you. But now it become like this. This is the government helps for the house, the new house coming and everything. But they're living with the, from the all everywhere in here. They cannot drilling for the water. They use the rainwater. But because of the rain, the rainfall is quite high in this area. Until now, only like 2 times they have less of water, but they survive from the rainwater until now. This is the old church, already 50 years, sitting there. The old cathedral is made from wood, and the roof is also made from the sands. So we initiate the design because a lot of wood over there and iron wood as well. We will design the cathedral made from wood. It's we can call it the first local cathedral because almost every cathedral in Indonesia is a former colonial church. So it's more colonial, more Gothic. But this one maybe is more. We want to be like a Indonesian church and Indonesian cathedral, sort of like that. So when we are there, the structure already there. The design is not like that, but the structure already on the ground. But then we will design the building. The center one will be the main church. Then 2 sides, one the chapel, the other one is for sacristy for support the church. So it's become one line of the church. We put the cross on the garden. And this is the construction way. Actually, this is the destruction of the truss. So each of the points of the support by each other, the other roof. So it's become big cathedral, and we're adding new plaza. So what we're thinking is because on that area as well, like in Palu, happen in all over places. Normally, they don't have public space improperly. So we talked to the bishop that we better add another public space for informal extension when for the church. But at a normal day, normally happen in Saturday, in Sunday for the church. But at the other day, people can use the plaza for other activities as well, the motorcycle parking below. Because there's no car there, only motorcycle. And all the church is open, it's open air because its electricity is very, very short there. And we create sort of like a big collecting water, rainwater below. So also we have a central of people can take the water from this area. So the church has become like this. It's semi-open. It's long. The roof we use wood as well because if the water coming through the metal roof, after metal roof is corrosion. So the water from the rain will be coming with the corrosion and you use it. So we think it's better we have a wooden roof so the water will be coming through woods before you're collecting. It should be more healthier and so on. So this is the inside. So there's a main altar. The inside will be 75 sittings, 750 sittings, and the big cross will be putting in the garden. So it's sort of like this. We are on progress to making the chapel and the sacristy this year, and hopefully the main church will be happening also this year. So we want the wood is like woven of the local traditional pattern. So it's become also the pattern and also the ceiling and also the structure of the church. And there's a small skylights in the center to put the lights in. Two sides open. At the end is a garden and a cross. Thank you.